Hello everybody, we're going to be doing Mario Galaxy 2 Green Stars. We're going to be collecting green stars. If you want to watch me finish the game, you can watch my live streams and the one video I did for... I cut out some of the filler mainly because, or the filler between the normal stars and the green stars, because after you do have to beat Bowser another time. Power stars are gone. They're good. We've all seen this. Now we gotta hunt down green stars. Please bring back our power stars. So it's hidden somewhere. So we just gotta be... We should check every spot over there. Right, but I just thought this would be a good video to do because Mario Galaxy was quite popular. And why not go through and complete all the green stars? Because, again, I did have fun with this game. I did have quite a lot of fun with this game. Right, and you do need it to 100% the game, so let's try first jumping. Ah! Well, can just... There we go. That's one green star done. Right, I don't know how much people are gonna like me hunting, because like the normal stars kind of have an objective behind them and all that, but again, now it's kind of hunted. And I've heard somebody say like this was the basis for what turned into Mario Odyssey. Like the only fault of them really is the fact that you have to load out, load in, load out, load in to collect all the Frankster or the green star. So I gotta presume that they're on the second one. I mean, I can check down here, but I do not believe it would be. Yeah. You saved me by that. Again, that's where one was, so again, I'd presume it's on. Run for power, so there isn't one anyone near this house, though. Yep. We've seen all this dialogue before. I wonder how do you hide? Did they hide them in like the Flutter? Is it Flutter? Whatever, the one where you have to fly with the bird. I would presume there's got to be one hidden somewhere around here. I don't need to. Plus, I feel this would be good to start getting one-ups again. I mean, oh god. Nope, nothing there. Yeah. I had to place the farm on ups. Yeah, no. Overall, again, I feel like I'm going to be repeating myself quite a bit too. Great dialogue, but fun game. Really did enjoy Galaxy. Still think 1 is better than 2. Well, maybe somewhere over here. Nope. I see it. It's 2. It's 2. Now on to the third one, and I believe we get a gold crown for doing that instead of a silver. Excuse me. Yep, prankster comet detected. I got to presume this final one is somewhere on the third portion. Because like you could kind of hear the shine of a star. Here we are. Oh, thank you, thank you. Now I can transform into a launch star. Just hop in and shake. Aha! Okay. So we found it. Now we just need to get in there. And there's what looks like a hatch, but it looks closed. To be fair, it's been so long since I played this level. So now it's just, how do we get in there? Ah, there we are. Alright. Now we're just gonna get to the star. Now if I just wait, I'll eventually see it. Nope, not yet. No, not yet. There. There we are. That's 3. We'll probably end up getting like 6 or 7. So it took about 11 minutes to get these 3. So I wouldn't be surprised if we can. But yeah, no, we got a gold crown. And see how far we can get in to doing it. Prankster comet detected. Alright, man. No, it also gives, it's nice to revisit these galaxies. It's literally been, like, I get it a couple days, but like, it feels like it's been a while. Because like, after playing through all of that, I'm playing a little bit of Legends at this point. Which I'm debating live streaming more of it, because it doesn't seem like it's doing well. But it's more like I'll just end up live streaming it for myself, because I really do like the game. It's all dependent on which one ends up doing better. The edited video, the edited live stream. There we are. That's the first one. But yeah, no, it's all fully dependent on what ends up doing the best and how I'll approach it. Because if it's the edited live stream is what it looks like it's gonna be, I'll end up just doing doing live streams and maybe editing them if something big happens. And I'm liking the game. It's not a bad game. I think people are kind of blowing it a little bit over the water. The texture, it looks rough. Like I was saying, like for the amount they're charging for it, that's a little bit like oof. But like the actual gameplay and stuff like that, I'm enjoying. Hot take maybe, but like it's fun. It's not. Again, they never innovated since. I gotta say, like, yeah, the last big innovation was, let's say, when they went into 3D and X and Y, or I think X and Y was the first 3D game. Like, that was innovation. Like, and people may not agree that people may say, like, the quality of X and Y was not that great, but, like, that was innovation right there. No. Okay. It kind of sucks that they made the map like it's just Lumio City, like, cause like the whole Kalos region was like great, but now you made the map so small, and yet you're doing that with some of the textures of it being like poorly ripped stuff, like flat buildings, all of that. I'm like, really? Again, I get it. They are on a time crunch a little bit. So, like, they have a little bit of an excuse, I'd say. As a matter of fact. They have to make a Pokemon game every year, which I fundamentally disagree with. I think the Pokemon team should be given as much time as they need to make a good game. Not make mass-produced games. But I think mass-producing games ends up making them more money. Right. So, then I'm telling the Pokemon devs, you're gonna mass produce, make Pokemon, because like, yeah, they have, like, I was looking up at the leaked upcoming schedule for Pokemon. So the next Pokemon games, again, it's been leaked, so it's not like it's confirmed. Well, like the next Pokemon games are Pokemon Winds and Waves, which I'm like, it's gonna be another Scarlet and Violet, realistically, where, like, do not get me wrong, like, it doesn't seem like Legends is being mature either, right? But like, really, Scarlet and Violet was like, once I heard the plot of it, I was so annoyed by it, because like, it's really like, the bad guys are bully victims who are bullied, so now they're gonna bully you, and then they learn the error of their ways. Team Yell was also pretty bad, but at least, like, they feel like bad guys. Like, they did not feel like bad guys in the slightest. Ah, found it. Right. Like, I don't know. I just really dislike Scarlet and Violet. I didn't even buy it. I watched a Let's Play of it, and I was like, nope. Not doing that. Whereas Pokemon ZA, am I disappointed? Yeah. But I'm not as mad, if that makes sense. It's weird. Right, like, there's so much they could have done. Like, the voice acting is evident in Pokemon Scarlet, or I guess in Scarlet and Violet too, but like, in a Legend ZA, it's like especially noticeable. But yeah, no, I just find it like they really could have A, done more voice acting, B, really spent more time on the textures, and C, just make it a bit more mature. Like, again, I'm not all the way through it. I'm really still somewhere near the beginning of it. I should probably, I could bank up on Let's Plays that I think about it and then edit that down. Why aren't I doing that? That's genius. Hold on. Yeah, no. So what I'll probably do is you'll just play like a couple hours worth of Pokemon Legends and then end up uploading it so I can play as much as I want. Because, like, again, it's fine. But then they're gonna make another Legends game in 2 years, and I'm like, really? Really, another one? and set in the Galar region, which, like, again, I get not going back to Kanto because, like, we've been through Kanto so many times at this point. But there's so many more older regions that would be nice to explore. Why does it have to be Galar? And again, I like Sword and Shield, do not get me wrong. It wasn't bad. It was like, oh, this is the first mainline Pokemon game on a home console. Right, so, like, they're excused a bit. But then now, it's like, alright, you know what you're doing. You released Let's Go, you released you released Sword and Shield, you released Scarlet and Violet. Alright, like, you should be able to figure out what you're doing. Alright, but they're making the same mistakes. The thing is, it's like they keep getting paid for it, though. Like, admittedly, I guess I'm part of the problem. I did pre-order the game, right? But I had a higher expectation. I was optimistic about it, which I guess is my fault on that, right? Misplaced optimism is what gave them so much money on this thing. But it is what it is. There's not much one person could do about it. Up there I saw, or was that a yellow star? I think that was the yellow star, but I'm gonna confirm real quick. That's what I wanted to check. Thing is, I'm gonna check every corner over here because, like, I was like, I do not trust myself to be like, oh yeah, this is clear. I feel like I'd probably end up forgetting. Can you wall? I don't think you can wall jump with Yoshi. No, that's clearly meant to have to be wall jumped. Everything looks clear, quote unquote. To move on to the next section. I don't hear anything that sounds like a green star because, like, they give a little bit of a, like, hum. There we are. So I guess we're safe to move on. Just to confirm. Nothing here. But yeah. Oh, I see it. I legitimately see it. Alright. It's up there. It's up here. But you know, I don't know. I feel like Pokemon, they could do so much. They could do if they were given so much more time. And it isn't just Nintendo. It's, again, Nintendo is a partial stakeholder in this, but I don't know. And for a Switch 2 game, that's what also kind of like, really, you're paying I paid $70 for this. And I know for a fact I can't get a refund, even if I were to ask for one. Because Nintendo's just going to be like, no, you played it. You pre-ordered it. And I'm like, yeah, I pre-ordered it, but I did not expect it to be this mediocre, if that makes sense. Again, it's not bad. I would not consider the game bad. I would not consider it like Scarlet and Violet, which I was genuinely upset at. Maybe it's just because it's buyer's remorse or whatever. It's up there. Oh wait, I know what I need to do. There we are. What? Why didn't I flitter? Missed it. Missed it by an inch. It's crouch B. Okay. Why didn't you flutter, Yoshi? Why didn't you flutter? You can hear him start doing it too. Is it because... There we are. Whew. But yeah, no. I don't know. Maybe there's gonna be like a patch that fixes all of the problems people have. Because, like, again, I think, like, is the sneaking mechanics new? No, other games have done sneaking. Is, like, anything new? No. But is there anything, like, fundamentally wrong with the game? No. There's just a bunch of small things that are wrong with it that make it a really disappointing experience. Because, like, realistically, first off, if you were to sell it for $60 for the Switch 2 edition and maybe like $50 for the Switch 1, nobody would be complaining right now. But because Nintendo raised their prices, people are going to be complaining because they're paying more for what is effectively less. Like, look at this. This is Mario Galaxy 2. Right. There's so much content packed into there. And it was groundbreaking for the time. Graphically wise, right? But, like, anything... And I'm not saying graphics are everything. Like, gameplay is a good, important part of this. Okay, so it's there. So if I... Okay. Got it. Like, nobody would be complaining if it was $50 and $60 for the Switch 2 edition. Nobody would. People would be like, it's not the best game, but for $60. The moment you raise that price, the expectation was for higher quality games. It's just the games that Nintendo are putting out are not as high quality as they were 10, 20 years ago. And you might be going, you might say like, oh, you're just nostalgia blind. I may be. You might be completely right. That, like, nostalgia is a factor to that. But then why are people complaining about $80? Why were people complaining about $80 or $40? I should say $40 each for Galaxy 1 and 2. Right, it's a pricing factor. This game has lost value because it's an older game. But Nintendo's treating all their stuff like it's all high quality, all worth the same price point. Like, I'm not gonna get Bonanza because like, A, is it a good game? Yeah. People are gonna, like, it's game of the year. But because of Nintendo's pricing strategies, it just becomes unaffordable. I might have been like, oh, I'll save $60 for Donkey Kong Bonanza, right? But now it's $70. It's like, can I really afford to put that away? I don't know. I don't think so. Right? And it's like, that's the thing. Nintendo was always, yeah, they were known as a family-friendly console, and once the PlayStation and stuff was around, but generally they were also known as affordable. Like, you compare Xboxes and PlayStation's prices, it's like Nintendo's known for being affordable, cheap, affordable, family fun, right? And you don't have to stick to the family fun part of your identity anymore. But, like, the question becomes, why not? It will still make money. Well, I can tell you why not, too. It's because of Nintendo Nintendo's change in leadership. It is making them more money, but it's costing them goodwill. Right? Like, they're gouging. So the question becomes, how long will people support that for? How long till people go like, I'm fed up with Pokemon, I'm fed up with Mario being 80, right? Because, like, it can't last forever. It just can't. Right? They've done a good job of, like, keeping that around. You see the hype for Mario Galaxy, the Mario Galaxy movie, and you see that people are still will still be willing to pay to go see it because, you know, Mario's in the movie. And again, admittedly, will it be good? Probably. The first one was okay. It wasn't bad. It wasn't great either. Like, I'd say it's a solid 8 out of 10, which, again, people are acting like that's the end of the universe if somebody says, oh, a Mario movie isn't the best in the world sometimes. So, because they were like, it's 10 out of 10. It wasn't, but it wasn't like a 4 out of 10 either. Alright, it's an okay movie. I'd even call it good. But now you have people going like, oh, yeah, this is going to be the best thing in the world, when it's like, will the Galaxy movie be good? Probably. But will it be worth the amount of money that, plus the next Mario game, which is going to come out in God knows when. I don't know. I'd probably get one. I could get this one more Galaxy done. But yeah, no, I don't know. I think Nintendo just has a slight bit of an identity issue currently. Dang it. Selected the wrong one. Sorry, guys. Right, but, yeah, no. Because, again, what are they known as? They're known as Nintendo, but somebody asked, if you were to define a Nintendo console by its, like, what attracts it to people, I don't know if people would be able to, because they'll be like, it's Nintendo. It has the games I like. Alright. Have any of the games recently been, like, 10 out of 10? No. They've been, like, 7 out of 10s, 8 out of 10s. I honestly think, right, that we're gonna see in the future, not Nintendo will still always be around and probably always be making consoles, but like, I think this is a hint towards basically kind of less innovation. Right, I think the Switch 2 is evidence of it, because like a lot of people are going like, this is what we asked for, why are you complaining? No, not what I asked for at all. I wanted Nintendo to innovate. I was like, I'm hoping to see something new, not the same thing. Alright, but what did we get? We got the same thing. Alright, we got another console like the Switch, which admittedly isn't the worst thing in the world, but it's still like, I was hoping to get something new in this. Something that, some Nintendo innovating, creating something that isn't literally like, I don't want to say literally the same thing, because it's not. It is 4K and the grips are better, but like, I think a great example is like, there was this one image going around, like, you look at each of Nintendo's different controllers for their home consoles. They all look different except for the Switch 1 and the Switch 2. Somebody would be like, is that a Switch Pro? Which realistically, I think this is what it is. It's not, the Switch 2 isn't really like the next console. It feels like just a more powerful Switch. And I think that's what Nintendo's trying to do. Like, they're trying to have their cake and eat it too, really. And people were going like, they're like, it's a sequel, but it's also the Switch. And dang it, did I mess it up by... If I take damage, maybe I might be able to. Because I just need to get up there, which I can do if I... Actually, wait. Maybe from here. I don't know. Alright. I might have messed up by grabbing us. There's gotta be an enemy somewhere for me to get knocked on. I don't know, but I think you're seeing what Nintendo was no longer become what Nintendo is. Is that a bad thing? I don't know. I can't say. Oh, I have an idea. Alright. Yes, waiting for you. So he turns into the thing, and then... Aha! There we are. There we are. But yeah, no. We're seeing Nintendo no longer become what Nintendo was. And is that a bad thing? Meh. You can't really say it is or it isn't, because it's not the same, right? It's just not, right? And people grow up with it and be like, oh, this is... Alright, I love Nintendo. It's Nintendo. I love playing Odyssey 2 that's filled with... It was $80 and not complete, right? Because that's kind of become the standard of gaming. Like, the only things like I can see that are pushing against it is indie games. Right, like Silksong for being $20, right? It's a complete, great game, $20. Completely pushing against the industry of $80 for a game is standard, filled with content. This is just a game filled. It's just a game filled with content. But it made waves in the industry, especially like in the indie scene. The question then becomes like, I don't think that's gonna stop Nintendo or Xbox or PlayStation from raising their prices. Alright, and the sad thing is, like, and it's weird. Alright, from what I've seen, I watched this one video that talked about what's happening with Xbox, and they're probably going to be dipping out of the console spaces, but what they're doing is smart and evil at the same time, I guess. I don't know if I would consider it evil, but it is. They're going to pull what they did with Windows, right? They're going to focus so hard on kicking everybody out of the gaming OS space, right? So that everybody will have, like, eventually PlayStation will have Xbox as their OS, right? Nintendo will have PlayStation as their OS. Or, sorry, Nintendo will have Xbox as their OS, right? Like, it'll just become the universal standard for Xbox to be on every console and everywhere, right? It's not that they won't win the console wars. No, like there might still be PlayStation and Nintendo and whatever. But Xbox is most likely gonna dip out because like they're making no money, right? And people were so upset by Game Pass being raised in price. I think I saw it over there. Right? Yep. So like. Again, it's gonna be sad. Again, as somebody who loves Xbox, right? Because, like, again, I think they basically make, I don't want to say the best console because their console does have some faults in it. Like, admittedly, doesn't have too many good games, but I love their controller scheme, right? But like it's just gonna be, instead of Steam, Xbox OS, you buy your games from them. Like, I mean, Microsoft doesn't make laptops. They technically do, right? Like, that's what it's gonna be. Like, they're gonna be technically like that one Xbox handheld, which is really not an Xbox handheld. But realistically, it's just gonna be Xbox on everything, which is a little damn bad. Because, like, for at least a while, you'll see Xbox innovate on their OS, like Microsoft did with Windows, right? They were forced to innovate so that they could defeat all their competition. But on the other hand, that means once all their competition is out and Xbox is on everything, they're going to stop caring. Like you saw with Windows 10 and 11, like... And I wouldn't call Windows 10 as horrible, and I wouldn't count Windows 11 as horrible either. Windows 11 was a choice. Not bad. You're just now kind of forced to have it. Oh. Did not realize it was going here, but it's whatever. Collect that coin one still. Am I going to be able to kill a single one of these? I don't think so. I may die in the process. Oh, no. I killed one. Oh, yeah, no. Maybe none of this happens and the prediction I heard was just completely false. That is a possibility, too. It's really just all to what happens in the next couple of years. I don't think I missed it. I'm trying to figure out how I would get that. No. Oh, good. Whew. I might have missed it by doing it at the wrong angle. Interesting. Well, we're gonna... Now at least we know what to do. But yeah, no. I don't know. We'll see. Alright, I think if Microsoft could get some new games, it's like, primarily, like, if they could get some games on their console, right? Because they buy studios, but I just don't know what exactly happens, because, like, they end up not doing well. Alright. And I mean, like, I think Bethesda's gonna be, like, their big, I want to say cash cow, basically, right? Because, like, if the next... Because Stellaris didn't end up doing well. So I'm gonna do it as close as I can to here. Go ahead. Don't think it would be go down here. I'm just trying to figure that out. And maybe... two... Maybe if I run and get a triple jump. Okay. Let's see how much of this is kept in. Nope. Maybe if I start from up here. 1, 2, 3... Got it! But yeah, no, that's just my takes on the current gaming industry and stuff like that, but... We'll see. Alright. Thanks for watching. That was... I guess this is part 1 of the Mario Galaxy Green Star one, and I will see you in the next video.